Hi, my name is Scott Gilmore, and I am the Director of Golf for the Town of Yarmouth. And I'm here to discuss Article 8, which is a $3 million article for the improvements to the Bay Hills Links course, where we're going to do drainage, irrigation, some tee work, and bunker work to help fix the golf course. This article is funded entirely by the Golf Enterprise budget, in which no taxpayer funding will be needed for the article.
Hi, my name is Dennis Hoy. I'm the head golf professional for Yarmouth Golf. One of the things we wanted to take an opportunity to show you today was some of the areas on our golf course that suffer a lot of damage, and one of the main reasons we're trying to look at renovating this golf course. First of all, we want to talk about some of the areas where drainage is a huge issue for us. One of the areas that you'll take a look at over here on one of our holes is an area where we tend to have a lot of water collect. It does not have the ability to drain very well. So what happens is, one is from a player, you can't hit out of it, number one. Number two, when we have equipment come out here, golf carts that for people to play and even trying to mow it, the damage that happens so substantial that it causes constant issues, and it's very hard to keep that portion maintained properly. All right, just to show you a little example here is in particular place where we get all this area that gets soaking wet is one of the areas that happens. A ball gets into the area, it's muddy, and it becomes almost unplayable. And this is a constant thing. We have a lot of people that play the golf course run into these areas, and it's something that we're trying to get over so we don't have this going on in the future. So the whole golf course becomes playable and much more easier to maintain. Just as an example to show you here, if a ball lands in this area here, it's one, soaking wet. Two, we've got grass that's grown here because they couldn't even mow it because the mowers in here would cause such damage, which they have. And if you look over this area here, you'll see some of the damage that happens from just equipment and carts that go through here. So what happens too, if we get a player out here, they still try to hit shots out of this stuff. And it doesn't matter what level player you are, when you get into an area like this, it's so difficult. So I'm just going to show you here quickly. If you try to hit out of this type of stuff, what happens is can't get the ball out. It digs up, causes a ton of damage. And what happens is that this is something we're trying to get away from. And another place we want to show you in the golf course is, this is a different location, but this is an actual fairway area on our golf course that is not able to drain, gets a lot of abuse as you go through. If you take a look through here, number one, if you watch when I step down here, you see how much this is muddy and your foot sinks in here. And if you look around and see all these brown patches, that's where the mower actually scalped this area because it's so wet that everything sinks down into it and it causes a lot of damage constantly, and it's almost unplayable here even too, because trying to hit a shot out of this type of condition is really not favorable for anybody. Okay, another place we wanted to take a look at, all the bunkers on our golf course are getting into disrepair. Over the past 20 years, what happened is when they originally built these bunkers, you see this area with the black coming up out of the sand. Those were liners that were put in originally to help keep the bottom of the bunker safe, and what it does is it stops rocks from coming up from underneath to get into the bunker, which can cause damage during play. But over time, what's happened is all these liners are now starting to come to the top, and now it becomes a situation where it's almost, again, an unplayable situation, and it's actually dangerous for people to try to hit out of it because they're going to be striking into these liners. So with the renovation project, this problem will be taken care of, and then the bunkers are going to be put in much better condition going forward to make it work out better.
One of the other major parts of the project is the irrigation that's going to be done throughout the golf course. We're going to have brand new irrigation throughout the whole 9 holes. One of the big things is right now the irrigation goes into all the fescue areas, as you can see by all the weeds. In the new irrigation system, all the heads will be facing into the golf course, and no water will go back into the fescue areas. And over time, this will all go away due to no water be coming in these areas. This is another big part to improve the conditions over here and help golfers have a great time over here. Okay, so the last part of the project is the fourth hole. I'm standing on the fourth tee, and this is one of the poorly designed holes out here that we're going to renovate. We're going to take the left side down and bring up the right side quite a bit so that you can, when you hit a straight shot on this hole, it will actually be in the fairway now instead of what happens now where a straight ball goes into the, across the fescue and into the landfill. This will help speed up play and have a better all-around experience for you, as your second shot will now be able to be in play and go to the green.